Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Zerbe is bringing you a second battle from the Spring Friendly Wi-Fi tournament that's going on currently. Oh, and man, is it going splendidly. Uh, Honestly, I'm just really glad how it's going in comparison to the last tournament, but that's neither here nor there. Spoilers, I got my butt kicked in the last tournament. Anyway, leading off with Amapom and Gyarados as usual to see what they're going to lead off with, and they lead off with a physical attacker. Then Gyarados will have done his job. So, in hindsight, I should have really realized right off the bat, as soon as I saw Bronzong and Gigalith, what this was. What this lead was, that is. And like an idiot, I go for the fake out on Gigalith, while Gyarados goes for a DD. Turns out, he's a Trick Room user. Spoilers. Which is bad news bears for me, because Trick Room and my team, this time around, they don't mix very well. I didn't bring Conkeldurr, I didn't bring anyone who could abuse it besides Jellicent and Reuniclus, so we're going to have to see how this goes, and it doesn't help that Gyarados just got a speed boost, which in turn makes him slower. So as Bronzong goes for the Confuse Ray on my Gyarados, hoping to confuse me and maybe hit myself for double damage now that I've got a boost on my under my belt. But oh wait, I've got a Lumberry. He goes for a Rock Slide to get a super effective on Gyarados, and just for a good doubles move in general. It doesn't kill me, and he gets the Curse Body Hacks, which prevents him from using Rock Slide again. But unfortunately, Gyarados flinches, which is not good. So this Jellicent, I'm going to go ahead and say this much. I love this Jellicent so much. You will see why later on. He goes for the Confuse Ray again on my Gyarados. Hits this time. I've got no way to escape it. He goes for the Earthquake, which misses my Gyarados for obvious reasons, but his Bronzong, for whatever reason, has Heat Proof, which really you should just stick with Levitate. It's a better ability in general, and the resistance to fire can be set aside with the Akka Berry or whatever. So, don't know what the deal there is, but I'm not going to question it, nor berate him. So I go for the Waterfall on his Bronzong after Jellicent takes that Earthquake like a beast. Because, well, she's a tank. Go for the Waterfall on Bronzong, hoping it would kill, but of course, +1 Waterfall stab won't. Because Bronzong is bulky as crap. He goes for the Confuse Ray on Jellicent after his Gigalith goes for a Protect. Just to scout what I'm going to do, see if I'm going to gang up on anybody. Jellicent, since it's carrying leftovers, can't really deal with statuses that well, unfortunately. But I do, unfortunately, get the Confusion hacks. Gyarados, however, says no to Confusion and goes for the Waterfall on Bronzong, which will easily defeat it. So down goes one Trick Room user, but if you're any kind of intelligent, you're going to have backup Trick Room users, and this guy does, believe me. So he goes into his own Jellicent, which I was curious to see if he was a water-absorbed Jellicent actually at the time, but we'll have to see how that goes. He brings in his Conkeldurr to abuse Trick Room, because Conkeldurr in Trick Room is like a kid in a candy store. I go for the Scald on Conkeldurr, which I guess he was hoping he would get the burn from it. Luckily, he does not, though. He goes for Ice Beam on Gyarados, who lives it, because Gyarados' special defense is amazing, to say the least. I get another Dragon Dance out because I was predicting Trick Room to run out because I wasn't keeping track of the counter on it, which I should have been. Good job, me. And lo and behold, it did end, actually. I get the Trick Room counters mixed up between these videos because there's multiple Trick Room users in 2 of these videos. I go for the Waterfall to take out Conkeldurr, but he protects, predicting that. He goes for the Ice Beam to finish off Gyarados, so that Dragon Dance ended up being useless other than to stall time until Trick Room ran out, but oh well. Jellicent goes for the Hex, I believe, on Conkeldurr because Hex is a great move in conjunction with Scald, because Hex, if you're curious, is a move that inflicts double damage if the opponent has a status on them, and the residual damage from either burn or poison / toxic is fantastic with Scald. I prefer Scald more than Toxic personally because I don't like missing, but that's just me. I bring in Emipalm to get a fake out on Conqueror, hoping to take a nice slice out of his HP, but it doesn't. Jellicent gets Confusion Hacks, which is not good. And his Jellicent goes for the Trick Room. Yeah. Jellicent, now I think about it, wouldn't be that bad of a Trick Room user, really. Since Jellicent's pretty slow to begin with. And, I mean, why not have a bulky person who can set it up, right? That's why people use Dusknoir. Anyway, I decided to pull Emipalm out to save its fake out for later. Going to Volcarona, predicting a fighting move from that Conqueror onto my Emipalm, which he does go for. He goes for the Drain Punch, which Guts boosted Drain Punch. Even resisted against Volcarona does a pretty good chunk out of me. Not to mention he gets his health back, so that's not good. Jellicent finally snaps out of Confusion, and I go to hit his Jellicent for some reason. I think I was predicting, at the time I was predicting Conqueror to be a jerk and protect again, but that doesn't make sense considering I switched Volcarona in order to resist the fighting move to begin with. But he goes for Shadow Ball on my Jellicent, gets the Curse Body Hacks. P.S. I love Curse Body. I love it so much more than Water Absorb. I'm sorry, but immunity, health regaining from water versus disabling someone's move at a 30% rate. Yeah, I'd rather be able to disable stuff. He goes for the payback on my Jellicent, and because he went first, doesn't kill me. If he would have went last, it probably would have, but nope. Doesn't happen. Jellicent lives, 9 HP, boss. He goes for the Ice Beam on Volcarona just to hit me with something. I'm assuming he doesn't have Scald or Hydro Pump or whatever these Jellicent carry. Yeah, it's either Scald, Surf, or Water Spout, but I go for a Quiver Dance knowing he can't do too much to me and knowing that Conqueror is going to die this turn if he didn't protect, but if he did protect, he would just die next turn anyway, so yeah. Jellicent gets HP back from Leftovers, because Leftovers on Jellicent is self-explanatory. You should always do it. He goes into Gigalith and goes for the Rock Slide to take out my Volcarona. I was kind of predicting him to go for the Protect, actually. But that doesn't work out for me, and he gets an unnecessary critical hit on me, which he didn't really need, because any rock move, especially stab rock move on a Volcarona, no matter how bulky it is, will kill it. Like, I'm pretty sure if it had even max investment in HP and defense, it would still kill him, because quad weakness. He goes for the Ice Beam on Jellicent, which, I don't know, he's got nothing better to hit me with, I guess, since he doesn't have Scald, and Shadow Ball is disabled, but oh well. Going to Emipalm, hoping to get a fake out on Gigalith, but I'm an idiot because I forgot he had Protect. And he's the only thing I can really hit that fake out with, since Jellicent obviously isn't affected by it. At the same time, though, this is kind of a blessing in disguise because he's stalling out his Trick Room timer. I go for the Recover on my Jellicent to get more HP back, so I can continue being annoying, so I can continue walling. He goes for the Ice Beam on Emipalm, which shouldn't kill it, because Jellicent has a really good special move pool, but it doesn't feel like it hurts like very hard more times than not, unless it's hitting with you Water Spout. I go for the Pursuit just to have something to hit Jellicent with, but he gets the Curse Body Hacks of his own on my Emipalm, which is bad, because now I can't hit that Jellicent at all with any of my Emipalm's attacking moves, because spoilers, all I have is normal and fighting moves outside of Pursuit. I go for the Scald on Gigalith to finish it off. Thankfully I do. Was hoping for a burn because some stupid part of me thought he would live it, but there's no way he can because Gigalith has terrible special defense. He goes for the Ice Beam next turn to finish off my Emipalm, while I go for the Scald because now that it's a stalling war between two Jellicents and he doesn't have Scald, I was pretty confident that I could defeat him as long as I got a burn on him with one of the Scalds. And I get that burn, thankfully, this turn. Now that he's burned, residual damage from Burn and Hex combined will be able to take him down before he can finish me off with a Shadow Ball, because I could live 2 stab Shadow Balls pretty well, and Leftovers also helps me in that regard, whereas he does not have that advantage. Get my HP back from Leftovers, and because he did less than half, there's no way his second Shadow Ball would kill me outside of a crit, which he thankfully does not get. And That will be the game, actually, but not before I get one final curse body hacks on his Shadow Ball. So, really good game, dude. These were the matches I was hoping I could get, the ones where I could barely scrape through on them, because I don't want to post a match of me 4-0ing someone, because lame. So, that was the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you back in a couple of minutes with the third entry, where maybe things go a bit differently. See you guys then.